Proverbs chapter 27 verse 1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. Verse 2. Let another man praise thee and not thine own mouth, a stranger and not thine own lips. Verse 3. A stone is heavy and the sand weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. Verse 4. Wrath is cruel and anger is outrageous, but who is able to stand before envy? Verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Verse 7. The full soul loatheth an honeycomb, but to the hungry soul every bitter thing is sweet. Verse 8. As a bird that wandereth from her nest, so is a man that wandereth from his place. Verse 9. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart, so doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Verse 10. Thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not, neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity, for better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. Verse 11. My son, be wise and make my heart glad, that I may answer him that reproacheth me. Verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Verse 13. Take his garment that is surety for a stranger, and take a pledge of him for a strange woman. Verse 14. He that blesseth his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse to him. Verse 15. A continual dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. Verse 16. Whosoever hideth her hideth the wind, and the ointment of his right hand, which bewrayeth itself. Verse 17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Verse 18. Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof, so he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. Verse 19. As in water face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. Verse 20. Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. Verse 21. As the fining pot for silver and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise. Verse 22. Though thou shouldest bray a fool in a mortar among wheat with a pestle, yet will not his foolishness depart from him. Verse 23. Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. Verse 24. For riches are not forever, and doth the crown endure to every generation? Verse 25. The hay appeareth, and the tender grass sheweth itself, and herbs of the mountains are gathered. Verse 26. The lambs are for thy clothing, and the goats are the price of the field. Verse 27. And thou shalt have goats' milk enough for thy food, for the food of thy household, and for the maintenance for thy maidens.